The Threshold of Believability Test is back. You guys asked for a series. We're going to do a belief today that doesn't revolve around being a millionaire and making money. You guys wanted to see a belief that has something to do with maybe relationships or traveling or something. So we're going to do one of my beliefs. That is my burning desire to leave this toxic environment that is the United States and go live somewhere that's centered around people and community and nature and not centered around cars and profit over people and drug commercials. You know what I'm saying? So, the Threshold of Believability Test, I am living outside the United States in 20 years. That's a big fat yes. Plenty of time to do that. How about living outside of the U.S. in 10 years? Plenty of time. It's easy. You can see how fast I'm saying these. That's how you know it's a deep belief. 5 years? Yes, I think there's plenty of time for me to get my affairs in order. I'm living outside the U.S. in 3 years. So this is interesting. So I'm putting an M there for maybe. So that's very interesting. I'm going to be living outside in the U.S. No. And for 6 months, also a no. So that's interesting. So when I first did this, I learned quite a bit, which is why this exercise is so powerful. Because if you know me, my friends and family, I am constantly complaining and moaning about this toxic environment that is the United States, from the corruption of the politics and the healthcare, and we can go on and on about that. And how I want to leave now, tomorrow, yesterday. I want to get out of here now. And here I am doing this exercise, and at the 3-year mark, I'm not even a yes. So what's going on? So the first hidden belief that I found, which was very interesting and eye-opening, was family. Now, at first, you might think that that's not a hidden belief. We all have family, we love our family, but this is interesting because, yes, I love my mom, my dad, my sister, but I have 2 cousins that are like my brothers that I do everything with. We hang out on most weekends. We have a bowling league. We have a golf league. I work with one of them at my job. We play video games together. We are just always with each other. And I had never thought, actually, until I did this example, that living abroad means living away from them. And what was so powerful doing this exercise is I realized that they fill up my cup so much that it actually is more of a cup filling, if that makes sense, than the depletion that this toxic environment is doing to me. So the benefit of being around them was actually outweighing the toxic things that I don't like about this culture. So that was interesting. So my new belief was based around the 3-year mark. They're married, they're starting a family. So I think in 3 years when they have kids and babies and they're in that and we can't hang out as much, I can give living abroad a real shot for 2 to 3 years. So my new belief is nothing. It actually stays the same, which is interesting. That hasn't happened before. The second hidden belief that came up was my things, my material possessions. Now, this sounds superficial. I'm not a materialist, but recently, this last year, I did make a couple big purchases. The biggest of my life was a car, because in America, you need a car to get anywhere. My old car died. I had to get a new car. And then I bought this really big, awesome, expensive couch, which I've always wanted my entire life, among a few other big objects I wouldn't be able to take overseas. This is a hidden belief that I didn't realize it actually had a pull on me, but this is a quick one to get over. And I realized that I can just replace these items. You know, I'll sell them at a loss, take the money, and I can restart fresh. They're not that big of a deal. So, pretty easy belief to get over, but still was weighing on me. The third hidden belief that came up was job and income. So, as I did this exercise, I started realizing, you know what, I have a good amount of savings, but I don't want to just deplete all that. I need to figure out a way of income. I'm going to a new country where I'm not familiar with probably the language and the culture. So I started doing a lot of research. And when you do this exercise, you're going to do a lot of research, regardless of whether you're doing health, wealth, or relationships. And I found that you could teach English for at least a year that pays you 1,000 to 2,000 euro, which covers all your expenses, bare minimum. And then I also had to self-empower myself and realize, you know what? I put a lot of time onto TikTok and YouTube and my online business and website of coaching and helping people out, that I can earn income regardless of wherever I live in the world. And I've put in 5 hard years. I'm constantly learning and developing myself, and I believe and am worthy that I can provide enough value to where I can get enough money to at least take care of expenses regardless of where I live. So this was a very empowering belief. I had a kind of a fear-based income belief, and I realized that, you know what? I'm a badass, okay? And that I've put in the time and the work, and that I am worthy and I am deserving. And the last hidden belief that came up for me was fear. This is going to come up a lot. I was a fear, and I was afraid of not being accepted into the culture. You know, we got a lot of things going on politically right now. I'm not bilingual. There would probably be a language barrier. I have fear of, not doing the proper legal requirements, paperwork, visas, that type of stuff. And I had to rewrite a new belief as I went through this and go, you know what? I provide value wherever I go. I am a social butterfly. I will meet the right people, and I will provide such value and joy in that community that the people that I interact with there will be able to help me translate and do legal paperwork and do visas, because that's the type of person I am. And I had to instill this belief that apparently I forgot when I was doing this exercise, that I am capable of doing hard things and building a good community around me and asking people for help when I need it and exchanging value of whatever that is to get helping back. So this new belief was around being a social butterfly. And obviously your new beliefs are not going to be one word. You're going to write this out. And then you're going to affirm these new beliefs every morning and every night. And when you're done with this exercise, usually you erase this and put a yes all the way up to 6 months. But because this is a new one for me, because the family aspect of this was so strong and powerful, I realized that I actually don't want to leave so soon. I actually do want 2 to 3 years more with my family and spending that quality time with them. And so I'm going to leave this as is. These other ones I would eliminate and put yes for all of them, but family was just too strong. So that's the power of this exercise, the threshold of believability. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Maybe there's some beliefs that you wanted me to go through that you might need help going through this. And as always, good luck.